Book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
All right, Shalom. I'm the brother Zachariah, and coming at you from the GMS Camp Atlanta. And before we get started with this lesson, we would like to give all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Give a double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to you, hopeful that has been pushing this truth. And as you can see, we're doing a part 2 video of you Caucasians are the biblical Edomites, man. You know, and what the brother just read, you know, we just read that verse to kind of get back on track on where we left off last time. You know, we got into your characteristics on who you are today, man. You know, how you lost your birthright. And at the end of the day, what? You despise your birthright. You know? And we're going to get into more prophecies and more characteristics on who you devils are, man. Yep. All right, you can get Genesis 36 and 8.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter...
You good.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36, and it's starting at verse 8. And it reads, Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Yep, Esau is Edom, the nation of Edom. You Edomites, you Idumeans, you know. You guys dwelt in the mountains, you know, Mount Seir. All right? That's where you guys came from.
Yep. But, you know, as Jerusalem, okay, Jerusalem is a people before the place. That's likewise for Mount Seir. Mount Zion is a people before it's a place. Likewise for Mount Seir. And we're going to get that in, if I may, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, the 35th chapter.
You got it, bro.
All right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. I'm going to start at verse 1. And it reads, Moreover, the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. All right, and when he's saying set his face against Mount Seir, ultimately the scripture is going to explain itself, but it means speak against it, man. All right, condemn Mount Seir. All right, with the verbiage, with the prophecies, man. It says, thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Verse 3, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Yeah, he's going to make the nation of Edom desolate, man. And really, when you put your face to someone else's face, that's not usually a good thing, you know. It's like some kind of confrontation, you know. Yeah. Just imagine, you know, somebody just bumping head face to face. There's going to be some kind of conflict there, you know. Yeah. So when the Lord set his face against Mount Seir, which we read in Genesis 36, that Esau's Edom, Esau dwelt Mount Seir, you know, just roughly paraphrasing it, he set his face against the whole nation, man. Right. Which lets you know it's going to be some type of conflict. There's going to be some type of war, something crazy, man. You know, if he sets your face against you, man. You know, you can continue, Babakusha.
All right, come. This is Let's see here. It says verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. Verse 5, because thou hast because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. All right, and that perpetual hatred goes into Genesis, man. All right, with the serpent and the seed. If I can, let me grab that.
Get that
real quick.
Yeah, because you people always had a perpetual hatred against the nation of Israel, which contains you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and so forth, man. Your group of people, you so-called Caucasians, always had a perpetual hatred against us, man, as a whole. You know, due to slavery, what you did to us, you know, force-fed us to alligators, our kids, raped the men and women, molested the kids, sent postcards to each other. What's that picture you brought out? Jake was being boiled in the water.
Yeah.
You know?
They did. I mean, that was a modern period. That was a post-Renaissance period. They also accounts of them doing that during the Hellenistic era when they ruled over us as the Greeks. All right, you Edomites have a lot of blood on your hand, man. And the Lord is going to require all of that blood. All right, because you shed the blood of the prophets, man. Pursuing the Revelations, the 16th chapter. But concerning Genesis, and really Jacob. We really even wouldn't have necessarily have a hatred for Esau if it wasn't for the actions that they have committed against us, man.
Yep,
all right, starting from the garden, dealing all the way down to when we left Egypt. They slaughtered all of the women and children and the elderly at the end of our when we were traveling. Everybody who was in the back, they slaughtered them, man. All right, Esau's he's a devil, man. All right, but yeah, this is concerning. Matter of fact, let me read that again in Ezekiel. It says Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5 says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred." All right, Esau has had a perpetual hatred for us, man, and this goes back into to Genesis, man. All right, this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "And I will put enmity between between thee and the woman." Let me read the upper verse. Bob Shah, can you get that word? Enmity?
Yeah.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. It says, and Yahweh God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this. And what did you do? You beguiled Eve, man. You deceived Eve to go off and go against Adam and go against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, the Most High. All right, it says, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above the cattle, all cattle, and that also goes into your birthright. So Esau thinking that we supplanted him or usurped the birthright during Jacob and Esau. No, this goes back to the action that you willingly committed in the garden, man.
Yep.
Okay.
So you always been cursed.
You always been cursed.
That's why the Lord cursed you again with the mark, man.
Yeah.
To represent who you are today.
Right.
So nothing's changed. That lets you know that the Lord is the same yesterday, today, and forever, man. His covenant will always be for the Israelites too.
Right.
Nothing's changed, man. He's just gonna come back and clean things up. There's just gonna be a refresh, man. A new kingdom, new rulership under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man.
Yeah.
And I got the word enmity. Enmity.
Yeah.
And it says wait, Salaki, did you?
Yeah, let's wait until.
Khan.
Yeah, Khan. Let me see.
Yeah, go ahead and
Salaki.
Yeah.
The Spirit got me. What's that in Hebrews when it says they found no place of repentance? It's let me see here. Salaki. I believe it's 13. Let me see.
Hebrews 12 and 17.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 17. This also going into showing how Esau Edom is the serpent, man. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 17. Verse 16, it says, lest there be any fornicator. All right, and that fornicator just goes into being an idolater, man, in the profane person. Or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And you sold it to us. But really, this goes back to the garden because the Lord had that predestined in the spirit because you beguiled Eve, man.
Come on.
All right, when you were in the form of the serpent. All right, and serpent people, man. All right, it says, as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Verse 17, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears, man.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Crying, stomping, throwing a temper tantrum, rolling around in the dirt as the beast you are, man. It was all destined to be, and you deserve it, man. Look at your track record. Look at what you've done on this planet Earth, man. Look what you've done to the Most High's chosen people, which is Israel, man. You manipulated the name. You put all these false names out here. Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Allah, or whatever, man. You know?
And you push these things, man, just to deceive and beguile Eve, man, which is the nation of Israel. All right, Shalakia, if I may, this is Malachi. This is really what I wanted to emphasize this as a precept because the serpent was cursed, and I want to show also how Esau was cursed. All right, this is Malachi chapter 2, verse 2. Matter of fact, let me see here. Shalakia. Let me see.
What you trying to look for?
Well, it says the people of the Lord's curse. This last scripture's coming up in my head through the Spirit.
Yeah, if the Spirit just hit you to find it, then we just
okay. Yeah, we'll go back to
let's go back to the
Genesis.
Genesis, yeah.
Come. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. And Yahweh God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done Shlakia. And Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity. You want to grab that word enmity?
Finish that off right quick.
I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
This is that word enmity. It says hostile feeling, rivalry, malice, internal conflict.
Read that again.
Hostile feeling, rivalry, malice, internal conflict.
Internal conflict.
Let's see.
That's
pretty much it right there.
Then
it says enemy.
Yeah.
It says enemy.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you guys had that perpetual hatred against us. That's why it's always been a rivalry throughout history between the nation of Israel and heavily with, like the nation of Ham and Esau, man. Jacob and Esau been going at it, man, for the longest, man. Now the Lord's about to show who's the chosen, man.
Yeah, because they put themselves in the image as being the chosen.
Get that Ezekiel 35 for Bakusha.
Ezekiel 35. All right, yeah. Where you at? When we continue, where I was, verse 5. All right, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
So like it says by the force of the sword, man.
Right.
Me and the brother was talking, and another brother told me this before. You nation of Edom are a vagabond. You guys go out wandering into every little thing, man. And you guys try to manipulate, speak, and then what? Come down with the sword, because that's what Esau was blessed with, that sword, man.
Yeah.
Without that sword, you are nothing, man.
If I may, that embodies Esau. How you said they go out and deceive and they come down to with the sword, because Esau was described to be a cunning hunter.
Exactly.
That deception is hand in hand with the cunning aspect of Esau, and the hunter is hand in hand with the sword.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
He loved using that sword, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it on that.
No, we can keep reading a little bit more. Verse 6, it says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Yep. And then it says, thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut from it him that passeth out and him that returneth.
You can expound on that, bro.
Yeah, man. So how's the Lord going to make Mount Seir most desolate? Of course, it's a process. He's going to have sedition among man. He's going to have these race wars. He's going to have these international world wars. But ultimately, how he's going to make Mount Seir most desolate is through those ICBM missiles, man. All right, those ballistic missiles is going to, starting from America on down, is going to completely decimate and obliterate your rulership, man. You're not going to be able to revive or be refurbished after the destruction of those godlike tools. All right, those missiles are godlike material, man, and they're going. That's the same material that was destroyed. That destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right, you're not going to be able to come back after that, man. All right, the Lord gave you that. He put the spirit into you, the inspiration into you to create that, to destroy your own selves, man. That's why the scripture says in Psalms, I believe it said, it shall come down on his own path. Yep. All right, the devices in which you were wickedly devised are going to come down on your own pat, man. Your own head.
Yep. Because of what? Ultimately, you Edomites, you guys put your hands on the hopeful elect.
Yeah.
It's chosen.
Yes.
You know, the ones he kept in that vineyard and loved so dearly, man. You know, but that was in that Revelation.
Oh, you mean Ezekiel?
Oh yeah, that's like it in Ezekiel.
If I may, I'll read chapter 36, verse 5.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of all the heathen and against all Idumea. And Idumea is the Greek verbiage of Edom. All right. It says, which have appointed my land in their possessions. And that's heavy because Esau Edom has appointed his land. He's talking about Israel and Jerusalem. Okay. And who has appointed that land and proclaimed to have authority over that land? Those Amalekites, those gutter rats, those quote unquote, those so-called Jews, man. All right. And they have appointed the land of the Most High as their heritage, man. And also those so-called Syrians, because Assad is not a real ancient Syrian. That's a Greek baby, man. All right, those people who have authority over Syria, Damascus, which is in Syria, and Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, those are Edomites, man. All those people are Edomites. Those aren't Israelites.
All bloodline goes back to Esau himself, man. Through generations, man. You know?
And even when you extend outside of the ancient landmarks of Israel, when you go into like the promise, like dealing with just the promised land is what was promised to Abraham from Turkey. Those people in Turkey are Edomites. Those are Ottoman Turks. Okay, out of the house of Ukas, the tribe of Ukas. You dealing with Saudi Arabia, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. Those are Amalekites. They were set up by the Brits and the so-called Jews. Those are so-called Jews that's pretending to be Arabs, man. You know, all that landmass, Edom has proclaimed that to be their heritage, man, and they have to pay for that. All right, the Lord is going to hold you accountable.
Yo, he slithered his way onto that land, man.
Yeah,
you know, even though it was all doings of Yahweh, because he ordained everything. You know, he ordained all the powers. You can get that in Romans the 13th chapter. You know,
right.
You can get it right quick. Because everything that the Lord is doing is for a reason, man. You know, and at the end of the day, He's gonna come back, and everything will be known, man. His name will be known, His elect will be known, and we're gonna be up next to rule, man. You know, you got it.
Romans 13, what?
You start from the top.
All right, this is Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Yeah.
So the powers that be, and who's high on the throne right now? Esau. Because of who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua ordained Esau to be ruler right now.
Dang.
You know? He allowed Esau to be a vagabond. He allowed Esau to be that serpent and deceiver so that he can come back and be glorified and worshiped, man. So that his name will be known. So that we'll see the glory and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and that we can rule with him in righteousness, man.
That's a heavy scripture. You know, also going into that ordained right here in the 1611 Bible as in the footnotes, that ordained is ordered. So the Lord is ordering, all right, the host of Esau Edom, man. and these other nations.
Yep.
Right? That's why he says, I will gather all nations to Jehoshaphat, man. He's going to gather. He's ordering and orchestrating all of this by his will, man.
But, Esau being the devil he is, he do things a little too much, Yeah. Like I said before, you touch the Lord's elect,
Yeah.
And you can get that Revelation 16 you brought out earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You at the end of the day, you touch the Lord's elect, and he's gonna clap back on you, man. When we read earlier, I believe in Ezekiel, but his face is against Mount Seir.
Yeah.
He's face to face with you, man. He's looking you dead in the eye, man. He wants visions. He want to avenge his elect. He want to see the whole world see your ass get put out of power. See the wicked get put out of power, man.
Yeah, that's also going to. I'm not sure if we read it in Ezekiel now or we read it before. It says when they shed the blood of the children of Israel in the time of their calamity, when the time of their iniquity had to end. Meaning they kept going, like after the prophecies and a certain period. Okay, after chattel slavery, they were supposed to leave us alone, man. But what they do, man, they didn't let the Lord's people go, man.
Yeah, we read it. It was in Ezekiel 35. Yeah. So that goes back to that perpetual hatred. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We can get that.
Revelations. Revelation chapter 16, verse 6. It says, "For they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets." All right, and we know the saints and prophets are the Israelites, man.
Actually, start at verse 5.
Verse 5. It says, "And I heard the angel of Shlakia. And I heard the angel of the waters say, Thou art righteous, O Lord, which art and was and shall be, because thou hast judged thus."
Continue.
"For they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets,
Yep.
and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy."
Yep. You guys shed the blood of the men who were sincere, meek and low, who wanted to do the will of the Most High, who was calling on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua back then, and you guys had it was a different level of hatred. Look at what you guys did to Yahushua. Look at what you guys did to the prophets.
What they're doing now.
Yeah.
Some of us are gonna have to die because at the hands of Edom right now in this generation.
You guys hate Yahushua so much, you guys was willing to take the name out, even though it was all prophecy. You guys decided to say, Jesus Christ, blonde hair, peachy cheeks, man.
You have to pay for that.
Yeah, with blue eyes. This is your power. That's some hatred, isn't it, man?
They gave us an idol, man. They caused us to worship Baal. They literally caused us to. When you're dealing with Easter, we just was going to that and kept this day. Our people actually worship Baal. Like Baal is Nimrod. Easter, the origin of Easter in Astartes. Ashtar, that's all going back to Nimrod and Ashtar worship.
All the damn pagan idols, man.
Like they literally making us worship Baal, like real life. Like it's a price to pay for that shit, man.
You can get on that second Ezra 15 and start at
verse 8.
Let me see right quick. Start at verse 7. You guys put your hands on the elect, man. The Lord's like, nah, man. Y'all taking it too far. Having us breathe in on these chemtrails daily, putting all types of shit in our foods. Have some type of tea in a water bottle, man.
Man, arsenic, estrogen, all in the plastic.
Yeah,
y'all are terrible, man. And they kill their damn self too. That's why I said the Lord said, if not for the legs sake, no flesh should be saved. These damn devils, something else, man.
Yeah, man.
I got it whenever you're ready.
Fucking brute beast. Yeah, you got it, bro.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 7. It says, "Therefore saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit." And that's a cut.
Yeah.
Because what we just read in Hebrews, it says a fornicator or profane person is Esau.
Yep. And
then it tells you in Malachi, they're the border of wickedness.
Come on,
you the through, man.
Yeah, man, he ain't holding back no more, man. You guys profanely, they know they pride, they haughty, they're arrogant. oh, you niggers, you this, you that.
Meanwhile, they the real niggas.
Yep.
You Edomites are the real niggas, man.
Yeah.
You the real black people of this earth.
You got to be sick-minded to take a picture of a Israelite being burnt and send it to little Jimmy and like, oh, look at this, we're gonna do this next week and we're gonna pick a nigga and eat some fucking pork and turkey, man.
That's a perpetuate. That's real hatred, man. That's unprecedented. That's pure hatred.
Kind.
Yeah, but it
sick-minded. It's like you guys are just sick-minded. You guys taking it too far. You know? And the elect was, they got some of the elect like that, man. Who knows, man? You get on, continue.
Yeah, quite possibly. It says, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth.
Babakusha.
Yeah.
You know?
That goes back also to Cain and Abel.
Yep.
It tells you, that also shows you Esau's Cain. Okay? Because,
it's that Abel in the back, man.
Right, and then the blood of Abel cried up to the Lord. He said, the blood of thy brother Abel crieth up into me.
Yep.
This damn nigga. Esau, you are a nigga, man. Am I my brother's keeper? Acting like the Lord, obviously the Lord saw you, you damn devil.
Yeah, man.
He gonna try to deceive the Lord.
And the Lord said, specifically in Ecclesiastes, that he sees every little secret thing, whether it be good or evil, you know? Just roughly paraphrasing it. So you cannot hide your little, your vagabond having ass, man. You can't slither your way and think no one is gonna see you. The Lord sees everything. He got his chariots. These chariots are bugging you Edomites out.
Yeah.
You know? He's real, man. And be ready real soon to get snatched up out of power and prepare yourselves unto slavery.
Well, it says, such a man only fears the eyes of man, not knowing that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yep.
Beholding all the ways of a man. You know, all your secret intents before you thought he knew. You know,
and the Lord ordained everything.
Yeah,
He knows.
Yeah,
so you can't hide it. Keep showing your hatred. Keep doing the devil things you do, and watch the righteous do their part, man. You know, it's a balance. You guys do your part on the left hand side.
You gotta do it.
Yep, we're gonna do our part on the right hand side, Lord willingly. You know, and Lord willing, we be a part of that number. So these things, can happen, man.
Yeah,
so we'll be a part of that glory and that power. But yeah, we can continue on that.
Reading verse 9. It says, and therefore said Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Yeah, he said avenge them. Who's he going to revenge?
The elect, man.
The elect. And then it says, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Now, who was them in that particular case? Esau. You know, he's gonna take us from this place, from your rulership, from all the hatred. He just gonna finally now they're here with me. They're gonna rule with me. You know?
Yeah.
I've been here, you guys sighing and crying. I've been seeing all the bloodshed. Now you're with me now. It's okay. No more crying, no more death. Now you can rule, man. And that's the beauty of it. That's what we're trying to fight for. You know, that's why we're doing the things that we're doing now, so we can get the hell up out of here, man. You know? And Lord willing, we keep the diligence, and keep striving for greatness. But yeah,
and increase.
Yep.
Ramyam, we need to increase.
Yep.
I didn't watch the video yet, but I saw it pop up. Title is, a brief paraphrase, don't be satisfied. It's never, you can always do more.
Yep.
We have to do more.
God.
We should never be complacent with what we're doing. We always need to increase. For Yahweh's sake, for the elect's sake, to get the fuck out of here sake, man.
God. This is not our rest.
Yeah,
just can't put your feet up and leave this behind. You know, you just can't. You got to keep going. You got to keep praying. You know, you got to keep tugging on the Lord. You know, and to the best of your ability, you got to keep edifying, keep pushing, because it's gonna come a point in time where He's just gonna put a crown on our heads and say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant, man." You know.
Sure.
Yeah. But you had anything else, or that was?
Did we get Malachi last video? Like Malachi and Romans?
Come on, we can end it. Yeah, we can end it off. Well,
We definitely got to touch on Malachi and Romans.
let's see. You talking about Esau? Have I hated?
Yeah, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Come on, we just end it off on that Malachi then.
all right.
Yeah, for time's sake.
Okay, kind of.
You about to get.
Yeah, I get it.
You can bring it down, bro. Too.
All right. It's Malachi chapter 1 verse 3. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 2. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, this is talking about the children of Israel. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
Mm-hmm.
Saith Yahweh. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains. I mean, his mountains is talking about his nations, his governments, his establishments, and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Verse 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places, because the Lord brought them down during the dark ages, but he brought them back up. And they did rebuild.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, out the Caucasus Mountains, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where you Caucasians got that name. Because
Yeah.
you came out the Caucasus Mountains.
Right.
And the main point I want to touch on, you know what he said, and I hate Esau, one more time, Babak Shah.
It said, and I hated Esau.
Khan, at the end of the day, the Lord hates you so-called Caucasians, which are the biblical Edomites. You know, he hates you, and he's going to take you out. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to finish verse 4. It says, but we will return and rebuild the desolate places. And they rebuilt Rome. The revived Roman Empire was that beast, NATO, EU, America. All right. It's thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Yep. He's going to throw it down.
They built the cathedral, the Notre Dame Cathedral. Lord threw it down.
Yep.
It says,
and look at what they're doing today, though. They still trying to build.
Yeah, they are.
They're still trying to build. But what's going to happen still? The Lord's going to throw that down.
Yeah.
No sir.
It says, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, here it is, the border of wickedness. Going back to that second Esdras, what the brother had me bring out earlier, second Esdras 15.
You guys are the border of wickedness.
Exactly.
Real talk, the real reason why our people are doing so much foolish things and so much wicked things right now, because you in rulership, you're a wicked king. You know, you advertise it. You push that wicked vibration. Oh, it's okay to be a homosexual. Yeah. Oh, gay marriage, yeah.
You are the responsible for pushing these vibrations out, not the Arabs.
Yeah.
Not the Chinese.
Oh, you want to sleep with this dog? You want to make
it
the dog your husband?
And making it legal.
That's off. Making the dog your husband, man. That's way off. So woe to them that call evil good and good evil, man. That's what you push. Oh, you guys want a big pork rib steak on your plate? Yeah, go ahead.
Calling it white meat. Another white. You demons have something to pay for, man.
Hey, if you want to get hired, hey, why don't you just shave this off, man? Just look cleaner, right?
Yeah,
people fall for it, man. You know, that's why the Lord gave us a grace time to get it right, man. You know, because it's still the elect is out there, man. Because at the end of the day, all you Israelites is not gonna get it. You know, only the elect will.
Most of y'all Israelites not gonna get it.
Yep.
And they're called few chosen. But it reads, it says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever.
Indignation forever.
Yeah.
And in the kingdom, after 1,000 years, bye-bye Esau.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it out with that.
Yeah.
You know, hey, hopefully you brothers been edified, and whoever's watching. But we're going to close out by giving all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash.
Give a double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, and peace and blessings to your hopeful letters been pushing this truth. Shalom.
Shalom. Walk the ball.
Kind.